They can't keep this business on and say,
All right. So thank you once again. We're going to get started in a few minutes. And next time we come back up, you will be hearing from the Collec7ive.
You ready? Today's the day, bro.
Today's today. We've been waiting for this the whole time. And today's today.
So we wanted this experience to really hit home with the youth. So we decided to do some unique things with them.
Welcome back to Metro in the Morning. It's your boy Jay Blaze and my guy DJ Metro getting it popping. 7 a.m. Got the early wake up call. Hope you're ready, getting ready for work. Starts this week. A lot of things, school, whole lot going on. But we're here to get you ready. And today in the studio, hanging out with us, we have a couple gentlemen from
the Collec7ive, right? Is that where we're from?
Yeah, we here. We represent the Collec7ive.
So what we do is basically run a recording studio for young people. In particular, it was aimed initially at impacting kids that were affected by gun violence in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the initial goal. We've been talking about it for probably a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
Getting it going.
Is it doesn't matter what your skill level is, if you have dedication and or if you're just in the room and you're focused in on what's happening, it doesn't matter. You can add to the session. And I'm learning from every single person that's in the room. It doesn't even matter if you walk in and you're not laying a verse, you're not making a beat, you're not really necessarily a part of the technical part of making music. Just having other people in the room, everybody learns something. If you really pay attention, you can learn something from everybody.
You ready? I'm gonna start you in the same spot.
What you want me to do? The lower one this time?
Yes.
Once I pick my target, ain't no missing it. You're up like I'm chopping up some fish and shit.
Okay.
But chopping up with your bitch.
Move down. Loud. Cause this is supposed to lean into like the rest of this, right? Like you're talking about like taking somebody's girl. Baby, you know this girl you taking, bro? That's rude. You see how you laughing at me?
Ain't funny.
All right.
Like all of them, like they just been dope in the studio. Like, and even when like some of us don't know what to do, somebody got an idea for something, and like it can be a funny idea or it can be a serious idea. We might laugh regardless, but yeah, that's been my favorite part, like just the relationships and growing with them.
Tyrell he's a superstar. He's a superstar. He'll tell you that he's not a superstar, and I always mess with him about it, but I definitely mean it. He's got an amazing voice that'll kind of just make you stop and just be like in awe. And he's developing his raps too, and they sound amazing. He's always smiling when he comes in here, just good energy.
So we made a song together. We actually started writing it before like the program kicked back up.
We got together, then we started writing the song. And at first it was just something like to play around with it, but then it was like, this actually hit. Like, this
We found a beat, like, okay, it took a minute to find a beat, but once we found it and then found like what we was gonna talk about in the song, I don't know, it's kind of.
I'm just gonna.
No, go ahead.
I'll do a whole nother melody.
No, you're fine. I don't care. We might. It's better. What he be saying. It's better to have more than less. So recording. And then for the second four, do the run.
So for the second four, okay.
Recording.
Dank, man, Dank is a special energy. She's just fire. She's just really talented. I don't think she knows how talented she is. She takes on any challenge that I give her, and she usually exceeds expectations like crazy. Yeah, I'm proud of her. She's dope.
I feel like I took the mama bear role, being the oldest in the group. I look out for everybody. Like they call me or ask me for rides and things like that. But we all like This is my family for real. Like, I call the studio my second home. Like, I love everybody that we work with or that I'm working with. I'm gonna be on my own, so I gotta grind all alone. Big days, people wasn't there for me. My low days, and no one showed they care for me. The grind all alone. Big days, people wasn't there for me. My low days, and no one showed they care for me. I'm long day in this cold world, it's chilly.
This is not your ad-lib take. This is just to highlight. You know what I mean? It's gonna be way in the background.
Okay. Nigga. Ain't even worried about you, my mind on the figures. Worried about niggas like you, had me set back. Fell off, best believe I got back on track.
Bro, talking dog. He was feeling it.
Who are you?
Maze. I'm watching this. I don't know who you are. Okay.
You know, it feels like I've been doing this since I started rapping. I feel like this ain't nothing new, you know? It's dope. I like everybody here. I love everybody here, my brother and sister.
What does it feel like?
It feels like love, feels like creativeness, feels like music, you know? Feels real.
Homies back up. Finish one, I'm finna get it back up. Last one, living out smart, and I'm finna be the last one. I like the last one. Yeah, they finna chill for real. You tryna slam that chill for real.
Once we started giving them studio time, we had a lot of different challenges. Like we'd be like, hey, all right, you guys make these songs really well, but we're gonna challenge you to deal with these social issues that's going on. Let's make some music based around that. Let's make some music based around some of the things that's bothering you. So it wasn't always comfortable for them.
Dun, man, Dun, that kid has a crazy work ethic. The first day that we worked together, he knocked out, I think, 3 songs in less than an hour. I think it was like 45 minutes or something like that. It was pretty crazy. But I'm proud of that guy too. Same thing, he'll take on any challenge. I think he's kind of found his sound, and it'll be interesting to kind of see what he adds to that palette.
I learned how to work with people, I guess, because I never like really sat in like the studio and recorded around a group of people, especially like other artists, like, because I always thought of it as like a competition. So I always want to be at the best. I always want to do the best at everything, but I mean, I learned how to work with people and stuff. So I guess that's one thing that helped me be a better artist now. Really tried to run, supposed to be my fan.
Slate, man, raw talent, super raw talent. I feel like he's a voice for the young kids, like what they're doing right now. I think what he's doing is he's taking that sound that the youth really likes right now and kind of putting his own spin on it. That kid is fearless on the mic too. Like, I ask him a question and he's just like, all right, cool. Like, I'm just gonna take what you said and run with it and do something special with it, so, yeah.
I like being in a collective because everybody kind of cheers everybody on. It's like, when they're in the studio with you, they hype you up, so it's like consistent vibes, so I like that a lot. I like working with Dun. We make similar types of music.
My favorite artist out of everybody in here, everybody can do their thing, but I like Slate a lot.
Yeah.
Because Slate can spit. Like, Slate, he on his, like, you know, his Cardi Uzi stuff, but then, like, at the end, you're like, Slate, I just need you to spit some bars real quick.
And he got it on it.
You be like, okay, like on our song Low Key, just popped on everybody, you know? Like, did his thing.
And to be more productive once you guys are in the studio.
I feel like overall, like, even if the atmosphere is, like, when we first walk in, even if somebody's having a bad day, like, I feel like we kind of work with each other to make each other happy. Like, it's always, like, a good vibe.
Yeah. So y'all come to work when it's time to work.
Yeah.
And if somebody's having an issue getting there, y'all get them together. And by the time y'all get to the booth, everybody right.
Dylan. Dylan is funny, man. Dylan, I wish I had as much confidence as Dylan does. He's learning, but it doesn't matter what stage of his career he's at. He's always going to tell you that he's the best. And I think that that's a dope mindset because it's him holding himself accountable when he's talking to you out loud. And then when hopefully this at least is the case, when he gets back to center and he's working on what he needs to work on alone, he's really trying to say, okay, like, let me do what I need to do in order to back my words up, which is dope, special. Yeah, he's a funny kid too. He's just funny, man. I like that guy.
Yes. How would you say you made your beats?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was saying, so first, I usually focus on the wellness of the sounds that I use. So whether I'm starting from scratch or I use a sample, I usually don't focus on formatting a beat. I usually focus on that afterwards. I usually focus on my beat sounding good while I'm in the moment, you know? So I don't have to focus on too many things, because once I focus on too many things, that's taken away from my ability to make the beat to the best of my ability, if that makes sense. So usually I focus on the beat while I'm making it, try to make it sound as good as possible. Then after that, I focus on making it into a verse, an intro, a hook, stuff like that. So then it sounds more professional. It sounds like it's coming from an industry, whatever. So yeah.
Isaac, man, Isaac has a lot of energy and you wouldn't expect it. Isaac is kind of to himself, but he knows how to focus his energy already. He makes a lot of dope beats and he kind of lets his sound do the talking. I like that about him. He's kind of the opposite as far as like personality-wise goes, like as Dylan, but I think that they kind of mesh together for that reason, because they balance each other out, which is dope. But yeah, he knows a lot. He's confident in what he knows, but he's always looking for more information, and I appreciate that about him.
Everybody says Lil Skies or J. Cole, but nobody ever says a producer. It's a marriage. The lyrics that you put on, whether it be trash or amazing legend, whatever, is only part of the team. You gotta have the beat, the fundamentals,
And
the energy.
I think with bad lyrics, when you got bad lyrics and a beat that's dope or that's good, the marriage is bad. Whoever was rapping didn't understand the beat enough to let the beat speak through him. He tried to talk to the beat or tell the beat what to do, and that's when sometimes you get that like it just don't.
It's
fit.
like you don't tell your wife what to do.
You shouldn't. It's not a good idea. You can. You absolutely can.
That was a good interview, bro.
Superstar, bro.
That was a good interview, bro.
Hey, I see you, man.
Thank you. I actually enjoy interviews. So.
Bro, that was.
I see that.
It's disheartening that we had to start this because of all the violence that's happening in the city. And one of the individuals that we picked got like mixed in with a lot of the stuff that was going on in the streets and wasn't able to even come out once we started. There was unfortunate events dealing with gun violence that occurred. And when that happened, we was like in the middle of COVID. So we was like, we need to meet with the kids. Because if we're saying we're doing this to fight gun violence, we have to start meeting. So we were doing Zoom sessions. The Zoom sessions were great, but it was things occurring outside of COVID, outside of your homes, outside of everything that they were doing that was affecting the way that the kids were thinking and the things that they were wanting to do. So we knew we had to get them in the studio.
Working daily, but the bus ain't enough. $60 time to find my way out. $60 and I spend it all quick. After that, I don't know what to do. Tryna.
You want to capture as much of someone's attention and to give them a glimpse of what you want them to see when they first see it.
During the whole time, from March until August, the students have been going through artist development. They've been taking courses, they've been taking workshops, It was a really cool workshop done by a graphic designer here named Haley Smith, and she gave them a workshop on marketing and branding. She taught them how to use Canva and how to, you know, really present themselves. But they ended up putting together a project that was amazing. It's called For Your Amusement, and it's by them, the Collec7ive. And this project embodies all the things, all the ups and downs that happened. Nick, AKA Tilden Park, he had this crazy story for the album, and it was 7 kids in the future. They found this time capsule, and in the time capsule there was a recorder, and in the recorder, when you press play, it played their album. So this is from 2020, and it's like telling a story of what was going on at the time. Outside of that, we wanted to provide them with real life experiences. So we've been booking shows, we've been allowing them to use the space, to use Muse to have different events. I'm excited that I'm seeing it. I'm not that surprised because I expected them to be successful, but it's still like blow my mind as we get emails and requests and acceptances to do performances. It's just really, it's cool.
Y'all so blind, y'all don't even see a problem at all. Y'all feeling bad for the family of the cop that's involved. What about the young?
Really been on the road just like a cop. I like designer too. I got Louis and Gucci and Prada too. They say me and they say that I'm proud of you. I guess now you can see what the money do. I'm a rat that check right in front of you. Why am we from my dad and my mom?
Black relation with the white connections. All the races treated like we live in brother. Man, I got a session. Gotta make the money. Someone next to king can look up to something. Feel like something coming like a revolution. Evolution of the planet. We can understand and make a utopia where all the colors is dope enough. I gotta insist. We can do something perfect, something better than this. Stop the hurt and stop the killing the kids. These layers can make it all better. Not the cheddar, but the love for each other. In the end, it's just different than us. Not by political, not hypocritical.